And we're back for terrific Terry Thursday at Gulfstream Park to close out yet another week of horse racing picks. Terry, I think, going for 4 days in a row for his best bet. Let's see if we can accomplish that before he heads out on the road for a little while. As always, a best bet is free picks. You got some free picks available today. Guaranteed tip sheet, Mahoning Valley. I think they're actually running today. You'll see right there. First race, we have the one horse, Doc's Legend, and then a van on the run. It kind of reminds me of the Chris Farley skit. If we don't get this right, you're going to live in a van down by the river. Take a look at that on YouTube if you have not. Good morning to Jose. Nice of you to join us. Good morning to Armando. Thanks for joining us. Tefum, all right. Thank you for joining us as well. We got our good friend Private Ross in there as well. Wherever you are in the world, say hi in the comment section. We greatly appreciate that. And with that, Terry, we'll start our picks for the day in race number 1.
All right. So in race 1, we're going to start out at 7 furlongs. It's a maiden claiming race, and it's for maidens, fillies, 3-year-olds.
Yeah, and the profile of a winner for a 7 furlong race at the Gulfstream Park track. Early speed, 36% of the time they go wire to wire. The rail gets a little bit of a bonus. 2 and 3, a discount. 4 through 7 also discounted. 8 and out is the worst. So it looks like it's a tough spot to be except for the rail. Maybe I messed that up a little bit. I got a feeling I did. Nonetheless, we do 1,000 simulations around here, Terry, to figure out who has the best chance to get the lead. You'll see that right here in the call leader status. Terry, take it away.
Well, that 3 has a lot of speed compared to everybody else in this race, and it should get to that quarter pole first, as long as it gets a clean break. 3 also has an overlay from 5-2 to a nice 15-1, and the 4 has an overlay from 3-1 to 15-1. As far as the par numbers, the 3 is really the only horse that has a par number. In other words, in the past, it's either exceeded or equaled the par number for this race. And then the 2, 3, and 4 can actually get I'm sorry, the 3 and 4. Am I in the right race? Yeah.
You had 2, 3, and 4, Terry. Correct.
Yeah, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong column. They could exceed or equal the par number today, according to our data. And then all but the 1 and 7 have comfort zones. The 2 actually has the best jockey as far as the data goes in this race for this race, and the 1 comes in with the best trainer, but the 2 looks like it has the best combination of jockey and trainer for this race.
Yes, indeed. Another thing to note here, maidens, the 4-horse Alluring Serenity. Right there you see its second race ability to get to a par number, 78 being the one that wins here. Our race shape real quick, we see the 3 wants to be on the lead. Everybody else middle back, get forward. It should be an advantage. The 3 has the best early speed, also the most early pace, but it does look kind of competitive in here. The 8 will be coming the hardest at the end. Our top 4 total pace horses right there, Terry. Typically, your winner is found in that mix. Mix it up, get it going. Who's the winner here? I got to put race number 1 up. There we go.
Yeah, I like the 8, Lady Megan. She ran second versus similar in her last race. Her best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters. She has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 29% of the maiden claiming races he has a horse running in, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. Number 2, Well Aware, is my second choice, finished third versus in her last race, which is the high percentage winning trainer. This trainer wins 32% of the races in the first time that a horse he trains runs in a maiden claiming race. And also switches to a high percentage winning jockey, and Lasix is added. 1, Young and Pretty, my third choice, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. The 4 is my long shot, has not raced in more than 2 months, but finished second in her debut race and has been steadily working out to return to the races. She gets Lasix added today. No additional bets for me.
Am I on the right race? I almost feel like I'm not on the right race. How do I not have the right race in here? Anyway, let's see. Did I type a wrong number in somewhere? No, I didn't. Number 4, Alluring Serenity. Second race improvement would be enough to put her over the top. Lady Megan, 1 length late pace advantage, better middle out in that last, slightly quicker fractions. Number 1, something neither you and I are anymore, Terry, young or pretty. Should be better in the second start after a layoff. Faster at 7 furlongs and 6 furlongs in its debut. And then 3, Wellness. Only horse of the par race. Strong chance to be the pace setter here. And both of us, Terry, have left off the favorite right now, the 6 horse. Melly Mel. That one is the favorite amongst bettors right now at 8-5. If we're looking for some value, let's clear out some of this. I wish there was an easy way. Maybe somebody knows how to do this in Adobe. I don't know. But if we look at the odds right now, the 3 horse at 11-1, again, it's a maiden race, so it could be a little bit. So there's some value there. The 4 horse is 16-1. Plenty of value in that one. 2 horse is 7-2, so almost fair. The 6 horse right now is 3-2. So a big kind of overlay right in that respect. The 8 horse at the moment is 5-2, so no value there really either. And then the 1 horse, a long shot, 8-1, young and pretty. If you're looking for a horse that the only horse that has a par race, that, as you mentioned, Terry, is that 3 horse. When the show is over, to get this information, you can go to horseracingtoday.net, and on the homepage right there, you will see a picture. Gulfstream Park picks live stream for February 27th. You'll click on that. It'll take you to our picks along with our thoughts. In the description on YouTube, if you like the data sheet, there is a link. Just click on that. It will take you to this exact page. Soon, how soon, I don't know, but as soon as possible, we'll have this available for every single track in North America that does thoroughbred racing. Hopefully sooner than later. It's something we're definitely working on. And I think they're all pretty much getting in there. Pretty soon we should hear the baritone voice, the soothing race call of our good friend, Peter Aiello, who has to have, like, the best life on the planet, right? He works at Gulfstream Park 4 days a week, calling the races in South Florida, and he gets to golf or do whatever he wants to do on the other time, Terry.
That's right.
All right. So it looks like, well, there's 3 horses left to load. Then they'll get off and running in this maiden claiming $50,000 race. Hopefully, Terry, we can get good prices in, and that favorite doesn't ruin our opening race today. Well, the 2 horse, well, I think we're going to be waiting a little while, folks. The 2 horse is really agitated in there. He didn't flip over, which is a good thing. They did a great job of managing that horse. I'd imagine they're probably going to back it out to see if it injured itself because he was up on his rears. Doesn't look like they're doing that as of yet. So maybe they're taking a quick look at the horse while it's in the stall. But he was not happy at all to be in there today. Reared up a bit. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're loading any other ones. I wonder if they're going to try to get them out. I don't know. Looks like they're coming over there. It looks like the jockey's gotten back on. Yeah, no, the jockey's come off. Okay. So my guess is they're going to back them out. Exactly what they did. Okay, that's what they should do, right, Terry?
Yes, it is. A horse's health is more important than anything, including the jockey. Need to check that jockey out, too, to make sure he's all right.
Yeah, I thought for a minute you were saying the horse's health is more important than the jockey's health. I'm like, oh, we're going to get a lot of nice emails.
No, they're both very important, so you need to check both out.
Yeah, so they're going to pull them all out right now. They're going to take a look at that. So whilst they do that, Terry, we'll take the opportunity to do race number 2 as quickly as we can. I'll keep an eye on the ongoings, and if we need to interrupt, we will. So what's race number 2?
Mile 16th on the turf, and it's for maidens, 3-year-olds and upward.
So a mile and a 16th on the grass does favor horses that have ability to be middle forward stalkers. 14% still get to the lead and keep the lead from start to finish. A rail bonus for Dogwood Crossing. 2 and 3 get a discount. 4 through 7 a bonus. 8 and out a discount. A little bit of an accordion effect. in race number 2. Terry, take it away on who's going to be where.
Well, the 5 has the most speed, should get that quarter pole first. The 2 has an overlay from 9-1 to 12-1. 5's overlay is 8-5 to 7-2. The 6 has an overlay from 7-1 to 8-1. The 9 has an overlay from 7-2 to 4-1. All but the 1 and 7 have par numbers, and all but the 1 and 3 have par plus numbers. And then the 1 has the best. All but the 7 has comfort zone numbers. The 1 has the best jockey. 9 has the best trainer. But I think the 9 and the 1 both have pretty good combinations of trainer and jockey.
Indeed. Let's see what's happening over here at Gulfstream Park. They're still working around. We take a look at this race shape. Terry, most of the race middle back. Got a bunch of closers, 2 that have not been within 5 lengths of the leader. The 7 horse making a first-time start, scoring 1.99 points out of a possible 3. They're starting to load again, Terry, so we won't talk about much more. Real fast for race 2, your picks.
All right, so a nice race. I like the 2 as my first pick. Takes a really big drop in class, finished in the money 67% of the time at Gulfstream Park, winning 17% of those. Has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Shining Style, the 7 is my second choice. Drops in class, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey.
Are we on race 2? What race are you in?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong race.
Yeah.
9, Wheelhouse, my first choice, finished 3rd versus Tougher on all-weather track. Her best turf speed is fast among today's starters. Dropped in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. The 6, my second choice, finished 3rd in her last race. Her best turf speed is faster than the average winning speed, has a high percentage winning jockey. 3, Dazzle AP is my 3rd choice. She finished 3rd as the favorite in her last race, but she has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 26% of the races when bringing a beaten favorite back to race again. Has a high percentage winning jockey. And Gladstone, the 7, my long shot, is a first-time starter. Breeding suggests she'll like the grass. She has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Paco Lopez. I'm going to play the very first Miami Voice. Pick 4, 3, 6, 7, 9 with the 2, 7 with the 1, 2, 5, 6 with the 2, 5, 6. That's a $48 ticket.
Real fast. I have Quizler. Ran a lot faster last time out, especially early. Real House, bounce back race coming. Pair of nice workouts between starts. Escondito, it's a left arrow horse, meaning it's a closer. Should be the pace setter, biggest class dropper. And Dazzle AP, very consistent performer. Getting extra distance should help. 5, 6, 9, 2, 5, 3, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 over to 2, 6 for my pick 4. That, my friends, is $45. They're often running in race number 1. The 2 horse did scratch out. The 7 horse at the time, Princess New York, is on the lead. To the outside is Lady Megan. On the inside there in 3rd, we're kind of running along, is the 6 horse. That's your favorite. Melly Mel, the 1 horse down on the rail, the 3, and in the back of the pack, the 4 horse. That's the way they line up early on as they make their way down the backstretch. So a lot of horses going to run wide there. The 7 continues to have the lead. The only horse that's really not in the picture right now is the Alluring Serenity. Otherwise, everybody else is within 2 or 3 lengths of each other, although the 4 does look like it's trying to build some momentum coming out of the turn. It's getting not into the picture yet. The favorite right now is going to have to go 4 wide, running by everybody at the moment. The 1 horse down on the rail should have a pretty clean trip. It looks like the 4 horse will be bringing some momentum at a price around the turn. Down around the turn they come. Kind of hard to go 6 wide, though, if you're the 4 horse and win. It does look like Melly Mel is going to be your winner, which Terry made his 4th pick there at the end. And I don't know if anyone's going to run him down. I don't think they will. It's going to go 6. And then I think maybe the 1, then the 7, 8, 4, then 3. That's how they start. Terry, we'll move off to race number 3 and see what's going on in the 3rd spot of 9 races today.
All right. So in this 3rd race, excuse me, we're going to go out to 1 mile and 70 yards on the all-weather track. It's for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upward, which have never won 3 races.
1 mile and 70 on the synthetic. What we're looking for are horses that have the ability to be middle forward. 37% of the time, the horse goes wire to wire. There's an inside 3 discount, 4 through 4 and out. A bonus, though the farther you are from the rail, the better off you will be. 37% of the time a horse goes wire to wire, Terry. 3 of them look like they have the best chance to do that.
That's right. The 3, 5, and 2 all have similar speed ratings, and they could go head to head to that quarter pole. Excuse me. The 1 has an overlay from 7-1 to 10-1. 3 has an overlay from 4-1 to 12-1. All of these horses show par numbers, which means they're all green, which means that their recent race is above or equals par of today's race, which is 75. And then all of them also have the ability in this race to either equal or exceed the par number. That's why they're called par plus. All but the 7 show that they have the C zones. And also the 2 has the best jockey, as you can see there. 7 has the best trainer, but the combination of trainer jockey is the 7, really.
Yeah, and this shape right here, we mentioned that 37% of the time, horse that gets the lead goes wire to wire. All these horses have proven to be closers. So getting forward, you got the 3, the 5, and the 2. They're left arrow horses. They should move this way instead of in the closer position, more towards the front runner status. We call those left arrow horses, hence the left arrow, right? Moving to left on the pace chart. At the end of the race, the 5 has a little bit more late speed than everybody else. You can see that. Also has some of the most early speed along with the 7. It is our top total pace horse, about 1 length better than everybody else. You see a trio of horses here, Terry, dropping in class. That would be the 2. That would be the 5. That would be the 7. And the rest of them are running even. No first-time starters or horses with second race par ability. And here we introduce our speed chart. The red dot is the average race the horses put together speed figure-wise relative to the top number in the field. This is the high mark, the bottom mark for every horse. Looks like from this, Terry, that the 2 and the 5 have the best average races. Who do you think has the best chance to win this one?
Well, I like the 2, Gospier. She takes a big drop in class today, has a high percentage win, and has finished in the money in 67% of the races at Gulfstream Park. She's won 17% of those starts, has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. Shining Sky, the 7's my second choice, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer, and she has the high percentage winning jockey, Paco Lopez. What a knockout. The 6 is the third choice, finished second in her last race. And she has a bullet workout on October 3rd. And then number 1, Wild Lucky, finished 3rd in her last race, and she has a high percentage winning trainer. That's my long shot. No additional bets for me here.
Yeah, Gossiper should be all right. This one is the top last race speed figure. I forgot to point that out. Here you see Andrew Beyer says any horse that has a 3-point speed figure edge in the last race over any other horse is one to consider. And therefore, we'll put that one in there. It's also the biggest class dropper. So top speed figure, top class dropper. Even money, though, on the morning line. Probably going to be lower than that. Hits different. The 5 horse. This one, top total pace, 6 points clear of the next closest horse. Been off since December. Does have some decent works getting ready. Candy Land, the 3 horse, the longest shot on the board. Really no speed in here. This one should be forward, and maybe if the fractions are right, no running. Candy Land down. And then Shining Sky, Paco Lopez, a chance to be better in the second start after a layoff. No additional bets for me either, Terry, as I am not allotted any of my $100 budget as of yet. To race number 4, we go. Maybe we'll spend some money here.
Yeah, we're going to shorten up a little bit to a mile, and it's a maiden race, $94,000 purse. It's for maidens, 4-year-olds and upward.
Private Ross in race number 2 likes Dazzle AP. In race number 3 likes the 1 and the 4. And Mana. Let me see. Let me put this in English, folks. It says tomorrow they will predict, please. I don't know. Tomorrow, race 4, number 1. Duration for our good friend Private Ross here. 1 mile, as you can see here on this track, Terry, it's not a 2-turn mile. It's a 1-turn mile. They tend to act more like sprints than routes, or some combination thereof. And we see that play out in the numbers as 35% of the time the horse that wins goes wire to wire. The Braille gets a bonus for duration. Our good friend Private Ross's pick. 2 through 3, they play fair. 4 and 7 discounted. 8 and out is the best place to be. So in race number 4, if you are a Buffalo girl on the outside with some speed, you got a chance. And it looks like the outside horse here, Terry, is the one the most speed.
It is, although all of them but 3 and 5 have speed, and most of them are pretty close. So I think it's kind of anyone's guess if that 6 doesn't get a clean break. Then that 5 has an overlay from 3 to 2 to 2 to 1. The only horses in here with par numbers are maybes, except for the 3 has none at all. And it maybe means that, excuse me, that these horses have come within 1 or 5 points of attaining a par score, which is a par number equal to or in excess of the par number in this race. And then all but the 3 and 5 can actually maybe get a par number in here that is that equals or exceeds the par race number. And then all but the 2 have comfort zone. The 4 has an a jockey of number, the best jockey. And the 6, I'm stumbling, folks, has the best trainer. And the 6 really has the best combination of jockey and trainer, if you take a look there. So that's all there is.
So the 2 horse Stomping Grapes right here, you can see maximum second race improvement means it could hit a speed figure of as much as 97. 97 will be more than enough to get past 87, which is the par speed figure for today. Our race shape, again, so far, got 1 that wants to pilot, 1 co-pilot, 1 closer, a trio that have not been within 5 lengths of the winner at the finish line. Looking up here at the early pace, it does look like it favors the 6, but some horses in here for room for improvement. The end of the race, the 2 horse, Stomping Grapes, has a 1-length late speed advantage over everybody else. You got 2 horses in here, the 5 and the 2, that are 8 points clear of the rest of the field. Good chance that the winner comes from one of those 2. Here we see a lot of up arrows. What this tells us, these are all the horses that showed some improvement in pace last time out, either early, mid, or late pace improvement. And here we see horses that showed faster fractions last time out, either at the quarter-mile marker or at the half-mile marker. The 4 horse, the Lone E, the only horse in here showing early pace and fractional improvement. So maybe the 4 horse, if it can get to the lead as a Lone E, could be extremely dangerous. Terry, who do you think is the most dangerous in race number 4?
I like the 5 Edgy. He finished second in his last 2 races. Best dirt speed is fast among today's starters. Has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and he has a bullet workout on February 20th. Number 2, Stomping Grapes, is my second choice. Finished third in his last race. Has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and he has a bullet workout on February 21st. Hop Sing, the 6, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and a good workout on February 21st, my third choice. And then that 1, Duration, that Private Ross likes, finished second versus similar in his last race as a favorite, but the trainer has a 29% chance of bringing that beaten favorite back again to win. Relpo's winning 22% clip, and he has a high percentage winning jockey. He's my long shot. No additional bets.
The 2 horse Stomping Grapes, if that horse can improve in the second race, fractionally, doesn't have to improve maximum, just a little, and it is a wrap. The 1 time that this horse ran, it finished third. The 2 horses that beat him came back to win. That is what you call a key race, folks. Number 6, Hop Sing. Both races have been in the mud. Both times the horse was the favorite. Let's see how he responds to a fast track for the first time. Number 5, Edgy. Consistent in his first 2 races, has some swift workouts since then. And then finally, Private Ross's play, Durations. That one has been off since late December and has some of his best published workouts getting ready for his return to racing. We're going to do race number 5 next. That's the middle race in the card, Terry. But before we do race number 5, our goal for the year not only is to pick more winners, but it's to hit 10,000 followers on YouTube and on X. And there's only one way that can happen, Terry. And please tell us what that way is.
Well, you need to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the little bell so you're notified about all the programs coming up. Go ahead and copy the link below and share it with everybody you know so that they can come and check us out. I know they're going to like what they see. Go to our social sites such as X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, and Blue Skies at Horse Race the number 2 day. Give us a thumbs up and a like. That helps us out a lot with getting us more tools to help you out a lot. And then keep these comments coming and the pics, as we love to see them. That helps with our algorithms.
The more interaction we have, comments, when the show is over, we will timestamp every race in the description in YouTube. You come back and watch that, or in the description, you click on the link to the data sheet. That's an interaction. You share our show. Any of that helps boost our search engine scores. That means when people search for horse racing, they're more likely to find Terry and I and help us get to that 10,000 subscribers much quicker. And we greatly appreciate your help in that. Terry, I'd appreciate your help in the conditions for race number 5.
All right, so then race 5, we're going to go back on the turf at a mile. It's an allowance race, $25,000, purse $41,000 for 4-year-olds and upward, which have started for a claiming price of $25,000 or less, and which have never won a race other than a maiden, claiming, or state bred allowance.
Yeah, and for that mile on the turf, what we're looking for, Terry, are horses that have the ability to stalk. In fact, still 27% of the time, the horse that gets to the lead will keep the lead from start to finish. There is an outside to inside bias, although the rail outperforms 2 and 3 a little bit. Being middle forward is important, Terry. We got an idea which horse will be on the lead. Maybe some of these other horses in here are ones to keep an eye on as well.
Yeah, they all show some speed, but the 4 shows the most speed. If the jockey makes the right decisions and gets that horse out of the gate cleanly, it should go to that quarter poles first. The 2 has an overlay from 6-5 to 7-2. 3 has an overlay from 9-2 to 12-1. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7 have par numbers, and which means that they've either equaled or exceeded the par number of 87 in the past. And then all of them show par plus numbers, mean that today they have chances of either equaling or exceeding the par number of today's race, and especially that number 2. And then all but the 8 show C zones. And also the 7 has the best jockey. The 7 has the best trainer. So the 7 is the best trainer.
I think you mean the 6, Terry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, 6. The best, the 6 is the.
And then we overlap that with the horse's best performances and see how closely the 2 line up. So a 48% chance that One-Time Willard might really find this race to its liking. The only class dropper in here by 1 length is Disattached. Our top total pace picture in here, Terry, pretty competitive, although the 2 horse has a little bit of an edge over the rest. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, the top 4 horses, generally speaking, about 7 out of 10 times the winner is found in that grouping. A lot of times the winner is found in your grouping too, Terry, for race number 5. Share it with us.
All right. Well, I think I made a mistake there. Let's see. Race 5. Yeah, I like the 6 breakout. He finished in the money in 6 races out of his 8 career starts, winning 2 of the races. He has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. The 5, Mr. Barrow. He second choice, finished 3rd in his last race. He has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. The 2, Nantasket Beach, is my 3rd choice, finished the money in his last 7 races, won 4 of those starts, and his best turf speed is past month at 8 starters. He looks pretty good to me. The 8 is my Freakazoid, is my long shot, finished 3rd in his last race, has a trainer who wins 17% of the route races. He has a horse competing in, and he has a high percentage winning jockey. No additional bets for me.
I'm going to start with the breakout, the 6 horse, my top selection, Terry. This one is undefeated the 2 times it ran on Gulfstream Park grass. It's been a year since the horse has made 2 starts in a row, so that is my finally healthy angle. Nantasket Beach, the 2 horse will definitely be coming at the end. 2 very easy wins the last time the horse ran 1 mile on the Gulfstream Park turf. Mr. Abarrio, the 5 horse, best effort coming perhaps today in the 3rd start after a layoff, and has 2 good workouts to help that happen. And then number 1, One-Time Willard, Paco Lopez, riding a horse that should improve in the 2nd start after a layoff. I'm going to start allocating some of my $100 budget here 20 to win, 10 to place on number 6, Breakout. The second Don Johnson pick 4 race begins in race number 6. Terry, take it away.
Okay, we're going to go to 1.16 miles on the all-weather. It's a claiming race, $8,000 claiming price, per $23,000. It's for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upwards, which have never won 2 races.
Yes, and in order to get that second win, which you're looking for race number 6, Profile of a Winner, is Stalkers. But 18% of the time, the horse still goes wire to wire. There is a small rail bump for Lady O'Brien. 2 and 3 get a discount. 4 through 7 are fair. 8 and out get a bonus. Again, Terry, 18%. In other words, Peyton Manning goes wire to wire, and the horse with the best chance to make that happen is El Number 5.
That's right. They all have speed, but that 5 has the most speed of anybody, actually double the closest one to it. It should get the quarter pole first, but if it doesn't, it's anyone's guess. And then the 1 has an overlay of 16 to 1 to 20 to 1. 2 has an overlay 3 to 1 to 6 to 1. The 7's overlay is 5 to 2 to 5 to 1. And the 8 has a small overlay from 4 to 1 to 9 to 2. All but the 4 have par numbers. The 4 has a maybe. And then all but the 4 also have a chance today to exceed or equal the par the speed number of 73, and all of them show C zones down there, and especially that 5 has got a really nice C zone. And then the 6 has the best jockey, the 8 has the best trainer, according to the information, along with the 7, and then the 7 has the best combination of jockey and trainer for this race.
Another interesting race shape. You have one co-pilot here. Everybody else wants to close. Again, that means we're going to get some left arrow action out of these horses. You see the 5 horse? That's that horse that's going to get forward. And if you look over here, it's also got that strong C zone. So it might be very comfortable out on the lead today. We do see that on the pace setup, there are a lot of horses very tightly mixed in the same zip code. I'd imagine the 2 will give them a little bit of a tussle early on. 4 and 5 should be there as well. If it's very competitive, the 6 horse in here, Miscreant, has the most late speed, also is your top total pace horse by about 6 points or about 1 length better than the rest of this field. We also find that a couple horses, the 3 and another, have a tie. Everybody dropping in class in here, Terry, except for the 2 and the 7. This race does look like it sets up in a lot of different ways. You think it grades out as your best bet of the day, going for 4 in a row. Why will Miscreant make that happen?
Well, I like the 6 Miscreant. She's won 1 race out of 2 starts at Gulfstream Park, drops in class today, has a highest speed figure at today's distance. Her best all-weather speed is fastest among today's starters, and she has a high percentage winning jockey, lots of boxes marked off. Then I like Rag Tap, the girl, number 3. She finished 3rd versus Tougher in her last race. She has the highest last race speed rating, actually tied with another horse. Drops in class today, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. The 8, Classic Ballot, had a lot of trouble in her last race as a favorite, but has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 25% of the races when bringing a beaten favorite back to race again, and a high percentage winning jockey. The 7, my long shot, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. I'm going to bet the second and last pick 4. I'm going to use the 3-6 with the 2-5-7, with the 1-3-4-5, with the 2-4-7-9, $48 ticket. Then I'm going to bet 40 to win on number 6, a $5 exacta key box with the 6 on top using the 3, 7, and 8, and then a $10 exacta with a 6 on top using the 3, 7, and 8. That's it for me.
The 6 horse Miscreant does have the top total pace, 6 points better than everybody else. Should sit right off the lead right here and does have the most late speed. So we'll see if it can make that trip. Bellwether, the 2 horse, getting the next call from me. This one runs very well off the bench and has one of her best workouts ever published getting prepped. Number 5, Bon Mati. That horse, the 5 at 6 to 1. Almost no speed in this race, as we saw in the race shape right here. Really good chance to get on the lead. That super high C zone. We've seen that combination come home a winner many times. And then Rag Tap Girl, the 3 horse, all weather and the distance, appear, at least for today's race to be her sweet spot. I'm going to do a 50-cent pick 4 as well. 256 over to 257 and 8 with the 3-5, and then the 1, 2, 3, and 4 at the end. Mine is a $48 ticket. I think, Terry, we have just a few minutes, right? It looks like, down there 2 minutes is 5 minutes, so we have enough time probably to do race number 7. Is that where we are now?
Yes.
So let's try to get through race number 7 in a 5 furlong rush.
Okay, 5 furlongs, all weather, claiming 35,000, purse 36,000, and it's for fillies 3-year-olds.
Yes, and 5 furlongs, as you can imagine, does favor early speed. You'll find that roughly 35% of the time the horse that wins goes wire to wire, absolute outside to inside bias, Terry, and the horse on the outside with the most speed is Bad Gal Party.
Yeah, well, if you take a look here, the 4 and the 2 have the most speed, and they could go to head to that quarter pole. None of them really show an overlay. The 1, 2, 5, and 8 have had par numbers that equal or exceeded in the past the speed numbers, and all but the 6 show that they can have a par plus number. All of them are good C zones, and also the 8 has the best jockey, the 5 has the best trainer, but the 3 and the 4 look like it's the best combination of jockey and trainer.
Yeah, maybe the 7 in that mix too. Here, everybody's weighted towards the front, Terry. See, you got that triangle, a lot of speed, a couple that want to chase. That 2 horse in here, Solidaria, a lone PC and a lone closer in the 7. Look out for those Sesame Street horses. Here, everybody's taking a drop down in class. Some improvement, but not a lot of improvement in that last race. Most of them improving in the opening quarter mile. Only the 4 horse showing that it had better fractions last out. You take a look at our top total pace picture. The 2, the 4, the 1, and the 6, but very competitive from top to bottom. A wide open race, Terry. How did you rank them here?
All right. Well, I like the 7 as my first choice. Won her last race at Gulfstream Park. Has a high percentage winning trainer. Wins 25% of the claiming races as a horse running in, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. Don't tell Tamo. The 5 is my second choice. Has won 2 races out of her 5 career starts. Has the highest speed rating, and she has a high percentage winning trainer. And then I like the 2 is my third choice. Has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and her best all-weather speed is fastest among today's starters. Number 8, Wiggle and Wine, is my long shot. Finished in the money in 3 of 6 career starts, winning 1 of those. And at today's distance, and it switches to high percentage winning jockey. No additional bets for me as I'm out of money.
I'm going to take in race number 7, Solidaria. The lone race on the all-weather track was by far its best. Don't tell Tamo. This one should be good or better in the second start after a layoff and did show some better pace last time out. Number 7, Xenon, the 7 horse. All sorts of trouble in her last race and still managed to take home the W. And then finally, the 8 horse, Wiggle and Wine, definitely faced much better. Switch to Irad Ortiz today could be a tell that this horse stands to run a better race. They're still finding their way to the post. So while they do that, Terry, real quick, again, free track today at Golf's Guaranteed Tip Sheet is Mahoning Valley. A link in the description wherever you find us. Once the show is over, head on over to horseracingtoday.net. Again, right in the middle of the screen, you will see Gulfstream Park Picks Live. Along with our thoughts, there will be a race replay in the description on YouTube. We will timestamp every single race so you can come back and watch them at your leisure. When you're at Horse Racing Today, do Terry and I and all the folks here at Horse Racing Today a big favor. Hit that HRT Gear link right there. See it on the screen. It's in the menu. It'll take you to this page. Get yourself some Horse Racing Today. See you in the Winner's Circle t-shirts. You can personalize it. So if white's not your color and you look prettier in pink, Terry, when you're young and pretty like the 1 horse today, you can change it to any color you like. The aqua, you got to get something that matches with blue. That gray looks pretty good. You can size it up, personalize it, add it to your cart, support the show. We would greatly appreciate that. They are making their way across the track now, Terry, for race number 2. Let's go back to race number 2 here in our sheets. and take a look and see if we can find some value. So in race number 2, right now, your favorite is
the 9.
Like the 9 horse at 3 to 5. Looks like odds, according to us, should be closer to 7 to 2. It's 2 to 1. So a little bit of an overlay right there right now. If you're looking for some value, the 5 horse Escondido, that one, Terry, right now is, we have it at 8 to 5. It is 6 to 1. So definitely some value on a horse that has a strong chance to run a par plus race in here. Has run par before. Pretty wide open race, though, Terry, as everybody's got kind of some high odds. Let's see, the 6 horse Quizler, now that's pretty fair. Really no value, a lot of value in there. If you're looking for a horse with the best chance to go wire to wire, that is the 5 horse again. Does have a 1 length early pace advantage over the rest of the field. Did grade out as the top total pace horse in here. If jockeys and trainers are your thing, you're looking at the 1 horse for the jockey. You're looking at the 3 horse Dabble AP for the trainer. The horse that with the highest average race right now is the 9. That is your favorite. The highest C-zone horse, the 8 horse Yankee Drummer. So a lot of different ways you can take this, Terry. Here's how we took race number 2 before they get started, to start off the pick 4s as well as our selections. They're all about ready to run. Let's see what happens when the gates open. And they're off. And they are running. Pretty even start. A lot of horses trying to take it easy to get to the lead. Going to be some tough trips for a couple horses here as they're going to go into that turn a little bit wide. The 5 horse did get to the lead, it looks like. And it's been able to clear, get down to the rail. The 6 horse right now, it's in second, but kind of moving up the track a little bit. So jockey brings Quizler a little bit closer. The 5 horse in about 24 seconds to get through the opening quarter. So maybe a half second too fast. Quizler, the 6 horse, is to its outside. The 5 horse became the favorite there at the end at 5 to 2. You have the 1 horse, Dogwood Crossing, the 3 horse, Dazzle AP, along with the, I think it's the 8 horse on the outside, Yankee Drummer. The 10 horse, Bolt to Run all the way in the back of the pack, 48.7 seconds. So they got to slow it down a little bit in the second half mile there, Terry. The 5 horse continues to set the lead with Quizler in the shotgun spot. Neither one of them has really asked the horse to go. Right now, the 9 horse, Wheelhouse, has been asked to move a little bit. He's going to be forced to go about 4 or 5 wide around the track. The jockey on Dazzle AP has really asked it to go. So far, no response. It looks like this race right now is between the 5, the 6, and the 9. I would gather to guess it's going to be pretty close at the wire. The 9 horse is trying to make up ground, although he has not done it yet. The 5 horse continues to set the tone up on the lead. The 6, and the 9 trying to close, but they're not going to get there. 5, 6, 9 is your trifecta. Not quite sure who finished third in there, Terry. I think it was the 8 horse Yankee Drummer, but I'm not 100% sure. A wire-to-wire effort for Escondido. And as we pointed out, I don't know how this happened at Gulfstream Park, but that 5 horse in there was your top total pace horse in there, was your likely pace setter, was our simulation favorite. Did have some value at one point, but that kind of got eaten up. Well, still at 5 to 2 showed some value. So this is why we put these sheets together, folks. Hopefully, when we make them available to you online, you'll want them for every single race across North America. What do we have? 2 races to go, right, Terry? Race 8 and 9?
Yep.
All right. So let's go off to the late daily double. Hopefully, we have some great insights on our data here as well. Terry will share with us what they are running for.
Well, we're going to go to 1 1/8. It's an optional claiming race, $75,000 claiming price. Purse is $96,000 for 3-year-olds, which have never won $20,000 other than a maiden, claiming starter, or restricted, or which have never won 2 races, or claiming price of $75,000.
I have to say that was probably my worst highlighting effort ever. It looked like a little kid first time with crayons, just all over the place. 1 1/8. on the Gulfstream track. You can see here it is a 1 1 mile 8th track. Where they start, they're going to finish. So one complete lap around the track. That means you better have some endurances. But so far, there's only been 2 races. One of them went wire to wire. The other race was won by the co-pilot. So despite the long distance in race number 8, sure looks like early speed is more than useful, Terry. And, well, there looks like one's got a great chance, but a whole bunch of them going to keep them honest.
Yeah, I think it's in anyone's guess race because most of them have speed. And then the overlay, the 3 has an overlay from, let's see, 3 to 1 to 4 to 1. The 4 has an overlay 2 to 1 to 5 to 2. Or no, I'm sorry, 9 to 2 to 6 to 1. And the 5, 2 to 1 to 5 to 2. Only we have maybes in here, 3 under the par number. It's the 1, 3, and 5. And then all but the 7 show that they can have a good chance of either equaling or exceeding the speed number of 92. And then all of them have comfort zone numbers, especially the outside horse, the number 8. The 1 has the best jockey according to the data. 8 has the best trainer. And the 1 has the best combination of jockey and trainer for this race.
Yeah, you see here, everybody but the 2 and the 8 are moving up a little bit in class. The 2 and the 8 taking a slight drop in class. You see over here with this 5 horse, Grande, this one has a second race par ability score. It could go into triple digits, Terry, if it maxes out. That would be a task. You see here, everybody sort of wants to be middle back. So you have a weighted race towards the back. Get to the front in these sort of races, and you got a good chance to get there. It does look like the 4 and the 5 have a slight early leg up, but everybody else in here, pretty tightly packed, going to be very competitive. To start, the 3 horse, the 1 horse, and the 2 with the most late speed, the 3, 5, 1, and 7 in this race, which I think has some indications beyond today's race for at least 1 horse in here anyway. Terry, those are the 4 with the top total pace. Which one in here gets your top pick for race number 8?
I like the 3 super times. He finished second versus similar in his last race, winning the previous race. His best start speed is fast among today's starters. Got a high percentage winning trainer and jockey and a nice bullet workout on February 20th. Grande, the 5, is my second choice. He won his debut race at Gulfstream Park, has a high percentage winning trainer, and he has a bullet workout on February 20th as well. Jimmy's Dailies, the 1, is my third choice. Won his last race at Gulfstream Park, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and he has a good workout on February 21st. Number 4, Solid Left, my long shot, won his last race at Gulfstream Park as well, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. No additional bets for me as I'm out of money.
Well, I think there's Kentucky Derby intentions, perhaps, with the 5 horse, Grande. This one, Terry, second race improvement, as we saw, could put it into 100 on the speed gun. If it hits that triple digits, it's a stakes-worthy horse for sure. If I remember correctly, it's the Respoli. Those are the folks who won the Kentucky Derby a couple years ago. What was the name of the horse, Terry? I can't ever remember. The one that came from off the pace. What was it? Forged? I can't remember the name of the horse.
I don't either.
You know exactly which one I'm talking about, though. That was the one that Charles picked, remember?
Yeah. He liked it a lot.
Yes, indeed. I can't remember the name, but these folks don't buy cheap horses here. So you can see 300 grand. I think if this one wins, Terry, they're heading straight towards the Florida Derby, trying to make the Kentucky Derby. Super Times, the 3 horse, much better early pace and fractions in its last. A really super fast workout since then. Number 1, Jimmy's Dailies, improved in both races after its debut, faster by about 1.5 seconds last time out. Almost always a good sign. And then Solid Left, the 4 horse, much better early pace, much better late pace. Cut back in the distance should help here. I really think they have high aspirations for Grande, as does our good friend Jose Llovera. I'm going to put 26 to win, 16th to place on a horse. I think we'll see if it wins in the Florida Derby at the end of the month. Final race today for you and me, Terry, will be race number 9 to close out the late daily double. But before we go, Terry again will be off Monday and Tuesday, but I'll be here for Parks. Terry will return next Wednesday and Thursday for Gulfstream Park. If you don't want to miss any of the Parks action, the best thing to do is to follow along, Terry. And where should they do that?
At our YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's easy. Doesn't cost anything. Hit the little bell so you're notified about all the great programs coming up. Copy the link at the bottom and share it with everybody you know. Go to our social sites that are at the bottom here, scrolling across, and give us a like and a thumbs up at Horse Race the number 2 day. And then keep these comments coming during the show, and also the picks, as we love to see that. And hi, Barry, how are you doing?
Barry pointing out the name of the horse was Mage. So
That's
maybe
it.
this one, because you remember Mage got into the game late too.
Yeah,
when he won the Kentucky Derby. So it's a Triple Crown nominated horse. They're putting it in a race today to see if it can bump up. I think the next one will be a stakes race if it handles that 5 horse. We'll find out not too long from now. All right, we're going to find out before long what the conditions are for race number 9, Terry.
All right. Well, number 9 is, let me get to there. It's 1 mile. It's back on the turf. Maiden claiming race, $50,000 claiming price, $44,000 purse for maidens 3-year-olds.
Yes, and 1 mile on the grass to go around the track at Gulfstream Park. Stalkers do goods, but still a bunch go wire to wire. 27% get the lead at the quarter-mile marker and maintain it all the way to the finish line. There is an outside to inside bias, although the rail does a little bit better than 2 or 3, Terry. Still a strong chance to go wire to wire. 2 of them, I think, have the best chance to make that happen.
That's right. The 4 and the 2 have the most speed, and they could go head-to-head to that quarter pole as long as they get clean breaks. 2 has an overlay from 7-2 to 4-1. 4 has an overlay 3-1 to 5-1. The 9's overlay is 3-1 to 6-1. The 2, 4, and 9 have the par numbers in here, followed up with the 7 as a maybe, and all but the 5 have good par plus numbers. So the 2, 4, and 9 also have the good C zones, and then the 1 has the best jockey according to the data. The 3 has the best trainer, but the 1 looks like it has the best combination of jockey trainer for this race.
Yes, and the 1 horse, too, another one where second race improvement could give it a speed figure as much as 81. That would be a few points better than the par speed figure for the average winner at Gulfstream for these conditions. We also see here we got a couple first-time starters. The 3 horse Worth the Wait gets 2.65 out of 3 possible points, but also gets that back bullet. That's one of my theories in there, Terry, that trainers at some point during a horse's preparation for their debut, let the horse loose on one of them to see what they got. He does qualify for that, and that's not a bad trainer, as you mentioned, Terry, top trainer in the race. Pretty balanced race in here. You do have 1 that wants to be on the lead, Meister Ringer. The 2 and 4 want a co-pilot. 7 and 9 today. They've preferred to close. The 1 and the 5 so far not within 5 lengths in their limited careers. The 3 and the 6 making their first starts today. Does look like the 3 grades out a little bit better than the 6 on our scale. As for horses that have got some experience, this 4 horse has a 11-point total pace advantage over the rest of the field, Terry. Ordinarily enough to get the job done. Maybe it does so. The first-time starters might have something to say. What do you have to say?
Well, I like the 2 Otter Mischief. He finished second in his last race, has a high percentage when trainer wins 25% of the races in the second start after the trainer claims the horse. He has the best turn speed, is fastest among today's starters, and he has a high percentage winning jockey. The 4 is my second choice, finishing the money in 4 of his last 5 starts. He has a high percentage winning jockey. And then Light Forever, the 9 is my third choice, has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 22% of the maiden claiming races he enters a horse in, and he has a high percentage winning jockey. Melody Man, the 7 is my long shot, drops in class today, and he has a high percentage winning jockey. No additional bets for me here.
Terry, your best bets in what race again?
6 race.
Can you do me a favor? Put that in the comments and then post it whilst I go through mine. Worth the wait. That's that first-time starter with the back bullet work. I'm going to give it a chance. Hopefully it goes off at a good price. The trainer, I think Brian Lynch, if I remember correctly, wins over 30% when he debuts at the maiden claiming level. Thorsness, the one horse, second race improvement, might be enough to put that one into the winner's circle. We saw Replevin, top total pace horse, 11 better points than everybody else, does have a par race, is dropping in class. He's had a lot of chances to win so far and hasn't collected the winner's check yet. And then the two horse, Other Mischief, 4 consecutive speed figure increases. Barry Meadows says if you put 3 consecutive speed figure increases in a row together, that's an angle that wins at more than 15%. I call those alpha angles. So we have an alpha horse with Otter Mischief. I'm going to close with a $1 trifecta box with the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 4. Here is Terry's best bet for the day. Gulfstream Park, race number 6. The 6, Miscreant. He's going to put 40% of his $100 budget on that one to come home the winner in race number 6, if I remember correctly. Yes, indeed.
That's right. That's my 4th day in a row. I'm trying. Yesterday, if you'd bet my best bet and the bets that I had suggested, you would have bet $100 and you would have collected $243, which is way over 100% return on your money.
Yes, indeed. And where else can you get way over 100% return on your money other than Horse Racing Radar TV? If you're not watching, you aren't winning. And hopefully for the rest of the day from races 3 to 9, we have more winners. And here's how we've put those picks together. Terry, one final time today, if you're going to play some Mahoning Park picks, why not do it for free? Link at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. You'll find that in the description on YouTube and wherever you follow us. Just a few minutes, we'll post our picks, our thoughts, and a race replay over at horseracingtoday.net. Whilst you're there, head on over to our shop, HRT Gear in the menu. Get a t-shirt, get a hat, get a sweatshirt, get a coffee mug. Do something to support the show. And there's also something you can do now. Once the show is finalized, there's like a tip jar. If you want to tip us, if you hit on any of our picks, you're free to do that as well. I'll have more about that next week as well. And that's it, Terry, for you and me today. Any final thoughts before you head off for a much-deserved vacation?
Well, just have a great rest of the week and the weekend. Be careful. Give your loved ones a hug and a kiss to let them know how you feel. And, I'll see you next Wednesday.
Indeed. I'll see you on Monday. Unfortunately, no 4 on Friday tomorrow. Give me a chance to work on some other things. Hopefully we can bring to the show. I hope you like the data sheet. It is available in the description as well. Make sure you take advantage of that. Soon, they'll be available everywhere. Till we get back together again on Monday, we certainly hope that you have God's blessing, God's grace, God's favor, no matter what you're doing. Till then, may everything you do find its way to
the winner's circle.
Indeed. See you Monday.